Hello friends, very good evening. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Talent Traders. Those who are new to my YouTube channel, kindly subscribe the channel to get more update on intraday and positional trading strategies. And this video, I'm going to discuss about the intraday scalping, so which we are going to discuss about uh, on 5 minutes, 15 minutes, as well as 30 minutes. So here, this is a normal one where we are getting a lot of stocks, and today City Union Bank, Bajaj Auto, it's about a 5 minutes time frame we find out a opportunity. So let's look at that. The concept is simple. We are finding out that uh, consecutive higher high candle which is present on the stock in the first after market open. So the main importance about this scanner, it will never repaint. So that is what important. So let's look at this Bajaj Auto in the first three consecutive higher high, where it broken that high by the next 5 minutes candle, and the risk for the trade is somewhere around the number of point is 3655 to 35, almost 20 points, where we have taken the risk from this particular trade is around we exactly 19 point is the risk when it made a high after within a 2 near about three candles, about 15 minutes it reaches near about 19.95, almost 20 points it reaching. So if you are making a 1:1 risk reward ratio, it may be triggered your target, but if you need to be very quick on that kind of trade, because it's a 5 minutes candle when immediately it breaks that, and then a 2 candle it was going up and it triggers your target, and if you are not able to exit at this point, immediately it triggers your stop loss, again it went up. So here this is a normal one which we are finding out by the dashboard, which are based on our scanner. And if you go to check the 5 minutes, we find out a lot of stocks like OB Reality, Navin Fluoride. So it may give you profit. Let me go to check OB Reality, what happened in that in the put side, but overall market is positive today. In put side, let's look at that. It was triggering your stop and then returned back. So we need to do lot more trades. If you are taking at this point, your risk would be somewhere around 9 rupees, but initially your 9 rupees stop loss triggered, then from your entry it went up to somewhere around that 9 rupees got triggered, correct? So it may give you some panic. So because in the 5 minute scalper we have to get entered and immediately we need to reverse the lot of work we have to do. So in manual, maybe the if you are a fast, you can use it. Okay, instead of a 5 minutes, just go for a Navin Fluoride in 5 minutes time frame. So a lot of stocks, Navin Fluoride, where it is broken that level, it is keep on going down and it was generating the profit, no problem. For Navin Fluoride, the risk for the trade is almost 40 points. It's generated more than 40 points, almost 100 plus points. It is generated on a downside. But here in this dashboard, so a lot of stocks into copper, and then BPCL, and even I was losing money in the copper today. It's on a different strategy, not for based on this. But here you see that City Union Bank, State Bank of India, SBI Life, Alchem, so a lot of stocks which is from a 15 minutes buy, and National Aluminium, Metropolis, Mindtree, lot of stocks where forms a selling side. So let me go for a National Aluminium on 15 minutes. What happened on that in a 15 minutes time frame, it is 3 consecutive negative candles. So let's look at this. It was not breaking your stop loss and it was triggering your entry and a small move, and then again it was a very flat in a National Aluminium. And Metropolis, let me go for a Metropolis. What happened on that first 15 minutes, it never give you the sale opportunity and initially triggers you the buy reversal, and it again it was stop loss trigger by end of the day. So to avoid such false signals, I have just added some multiple condition on that scanner, so that will be finding out some good stocks instead of focusing this much of stock. Almost even if you are taken it today, in 30 minutes we have more than 20 stocks. In 15 minutes we have 5 stocks. In the downside we have more than 6-7 stocks. To focusing all the stocks for an intraday, it's not quite possible. So I have added some conditions. We have only few stocks on this scanner, only few stocks for intraday. One is SBI, the second one is PA Industries in the copper in the downside. Only 2 stocks. One is a 15 minutes, one is a SBIN, and the 30 minutes is the PA Industries. Let me go to check that SBIN. So let's look at this 15 minutes. So how much risk you are taken for this trade? If you are buying at this high and the day low is around 3.4 rupees is what your stop loss, and then it moves back to what happened here. Why it's not showing it there? Okay, So how much point you are taken the risk is just about, comparing to the low, it's about 3.4 from your entry point, and then it moved back towards, it was triggering within a 30 minutes. After next 2 or 3 candles, it was about a 4.9, and it went up to maximum of 9 rupees from your entry price. With the stop loss, we are taken a 3.5. So that was a great trade in State Bank of India. I'm talking about 1:1 risk reward ratio. If I'm taking on that, so that is what given you. Only the stock 15 minutes. Let's look at that on a 15 minutes downside. We don't have any stocks. On 30 minutes down, we don't any stocks. Let's look at it here, having more stocks for the strategy. But in a 15 minutes, 30 minutes, we have only PA Industries. Let's go for a PA Industries on a 30 minutes time frame. That has also generated me a target. So let's look at this. Here I am taking the risk of 3074 to 3052, near about 22 points, where I am taking the risk here in this point to near about 21.85, approximately 22 points. And when it made a high at this point, it's about more than 24 points. Again, the second chances, which is 21 points. The risk which I have taken in this trade, 21, 22, and within a second candle, within a 1 hour, my 1:1 risk reward ratio got triggered on the same, that I was having an opportunity to exit out, and finally it triggers your stop loss of 21 points. But it not gone back. It is about around 245. It got triggered you. Before that, 1:1, it triggers your target on the second stock. So the same one which we are going to focus for an Hindu copper. So I'm taking the trade in Hindu copper is some other different method. It was a loss trade, no problem. So let me go for in Hindu copper. What happened in that? Let's look at this here. After there is a 3 consecutive negative by the first. It's about a 5 minutes time frame. Here you can see the 5 minutes time frame where it is generated. The stop loss for the trade is 106.5 to 105.85. It's about 65 paisa is your risk on that trade, just 65 paisa, almost 70 paisa, while it is make the low at this bottom. At this bottom, let me check it out. Yeah, at this bottom when it came, it's more than 85 paisa. That was a triggers you target 1:1. If you are not exiting that position, maybe reversal back at this stop around 106.5. We got that reversal from 70 paisa at this high. It is almost 75 paisa. It was generated when your target got triggered at this point. So maybe it's a small risk, as well as the target got triggered, or even we can reverse the trade to recover our loss, whatever the trade which is previously fails. So we maybe cover that. So based on this tag scanner, and it was giving you some very few number of stocks. Sometimes we may not get the stock also, but it may be a sure call. So what I did based on that, I was taking a 530 call option. One of my student who has taken 535 call option, and he made a 2.5k, I made a 3k. But after that it went higher, very big, on almost 19 rupees. So let's look at this. Almost in the starting around 9:45, this was a 12.4. When you see the after 12.4, at end of the day it made a high of 19. So almost 10 rupees up on the stock after my entry point. So here that option is almost to move somewhere around 6-7 points. There is opportunity to make almost 4-5 rupees, but that good enough profit on intraday 3000 is good. And PA Industries, I'm not focusing it for options. Why? Because of that trade which is having a low volume in options, so I avoided. So in the copper it was a small trade which made a loss, but State Bank and PA Industries works well based on that perfect scalping intraday. So here a lot more stocks which is available. So from there I am filtering out very quality number of stocks, very minimum number of stocks, instead of making lot of stocks. Let me go for even today RBL, Bharat Forge, Bank of Baroda. So may works, Bank Baroda, may it works well in a 30 minutes time frame. What about here? 1, 2, 3. So Bank of Baroda works well. From 134 it is 136, but it was not filtered by the scanner which I have right now. So here only PA Industries, and even some more stock like Canara Bank also performed. Today I made a profit in Canara Bank. So this is about a 30 minutes. So from this point 234, it went up to 238. So your risk for the trade is 2.5 rupees. Let's check that about how much risk you are taken from that point. 2.35. When it is made high, it gives you 3.45. So that works well in a Canara Bank. And lot of stocks working here, but instead of taking a huge number of stocks or many more stocks, so I'm going to filter out one or two for my best intraday opportunity. So that is also you are asking about why you can share the scanners. I have shared all of my scanners, but some of the scanners I have kept private. If you want, you can contact me. I will provide you, so with the minimum charges. Thank you for watching this, and thank you very much. Thanks for being with me, and keep supporting my YouTube channel and subscribing my YouTube channel. Thank you so much. You are going to get a lot more on my YouTube channel. Thank you.